Hey, I am Dominikke and I am the self-interviewer for episode 3 of the Illusionz in the Imagination Room. Welcome. I am originally from Tanzania and I have been here in the United States for about 15 years. I have the questions memorized and I will proceed with the first question. Who are you and what is your role in the group? You mean, besides the obvious? I already told y'all who I am, but okay, let's do it properly. I'm Dominikke. Born in Tanzania, raised between rhythm and resistance. Before I ever stepped foot in the United States, music wasn't something you chose, it was something that lived in you. Back home, everything has a pulse, the drums, the streets, the stories, even silence. Especially silence. I've been here for 15 years now, but I didn't leave Tanzania behind, I carry it. In my chords. In my tone. In the way I hear music before it's even played. In the group. I'm the bridge. I sing. I rap. I write, sometimes too much, if you ask them. But where I really speak. It's this. The guitar isn't just an instrument for me, it's conversation. It's memory. It's how I translate things the others feel but don't always know how to say yet. Colette? She hears what I do and turns it into something bigger. Cleaner. Sharper. She builds worlds around my sound. Rumi, she brings the emotion that sits right in the middle of it all. Mara na Inji, I remind them, sisi na nguvu. We are power. And when they step into who they are, wanaangaza kweli, they really shine. We didn't just become a group, we became sisters. That wasn't instant. That took time, trust, understanding where each of us comes from, not just musically, but personally. So yeah, if you really want to define it. I'm the storyteller with strings. The one who blends where I'm from with where we are going. Na kwa kweli, tunefanya kazi safi. We do this beautifully. And sometimes, I'm the one who makes sure the track actually hits the way it's supposed to. So the next question is, who are your favorite artists? That's dangerous. Because my answer changes depending on what I'm feeling. But if we are talking about the ones who live in me, first, I have to start at home. Artists like Sauti Sol, their harmonies, their storytelling, hayo safi sana. It's clean, intentional. You can feel East Africa in their sound. And then there's Diamond Platnumz. The way he moves between melody and rhythm. That balance, it reminds me that you don't have to choose between being smooth and being powerful. Ana Vibe Kali. Afrobeats wise. I respect artists like Burna Boy and Wizkid. They understand atmosphere. Space. Letting the music breathe. That's something I bring into how I play too. Sometimes what you don't play matters just as much. But when it comes to guitar, I studied people like Jimi Hendrix, and not just how he played, but how he felt the instrument. It was raw. Unfiltered. Like the guitar was speaking through him. And Her. She reminds me that you can be soft and still be undeniable. Her tone. Nzuri sana. Beautiful, but it carries weight. Honestly, my influences are a mix of home and everywhere I've been. Tanzania gave me rhythm. The US sharpened my sound. The group, they stretch me. So when I play, when I write, it's all of that at once. Enai mchanganyiko, lakini enai wangu. It's a blend, but it's mine. Next, describe yourself in 3 words, just 3. Only 3. That's limiting. But here goes. Alright. First, motto. Fire. But not the loud kind people expect. I'm not always the one burning everything down. I'm the slow fire. The one that stays. The one that changes things over time, whether you notice or not. Second, kivuli. Shadow. Not in a dark way, more like presence. I move in spaces people don't always pay attention to at first, but I'm there. Listening. Building. Shaping things quietly. And when it's time, that's when you realize I've been part of the sound the whole time. Third. Uhuru. Freedom. That's the one I protect the most. In my music. In how I play. In how I write. I don't like boxes. I don't stay in one genre, one emotion, one version of myself. Na uhuru esai kitu anapiwa, enai kitu anachukiwa. Freedom isn't something you're given, it's something you take. So yeah, fire, shadow, and freedom. Not loud. But unforgettable. If I could collaborate with anyone I wanted, who would it be? Dead or alive? Okay, I will go with living. Then I'm going back, not just for sound, but for spirit. First, Lauren Hill. Not just because of the music, but because she never separated truth from art. There's something in her delivery, like she's carrying history every time she opens her mouth. Hayo enai roho. That's spirit. That's intention. That's something I recognize. Then, Queen Latifah. Power. Presence. The way she demanded respect without asking for it. I relate to that. Especially coming from where I come from, where women hold communities together but don't always get centered in the story. She centered herself anyway. MC Light, too. Her precision, her control. Every word had purpose. That kind of discipline. It reminds me of how I approach guitar. Nothing wasted. Everything intentional. N. Missy Elliott. Especially Missy. Because she broke rules before people even realized they were allowed to. That freedom. Uhuru wa ubunifu. Creative freedom. That's something I live by. What connects me to all of them isn't just that they're legends. And that's what I aspire to be someday. It's that they carried identity into spaces that tried to water them down, and they refused. Being from Tanzania, I understand what it means to walk into a room where your culture isn't the default. So you have two choices, shrink or expand the room. They expanded it. Walipanyua njia. They made a way. So yeah. I wouldn't just collaborate with them for a track. I'd collaborate with them for what they represent. And trust me, we'd make something that doesn't ask for permission to exist. What is something fans don't know about you? Most people think I've always been this, grounded in who I am. That's not true. When I first came to the United States, yeah, I had my accent. I had my background. I had Tanzania in me, but I wasn't loud about it. I was listening more than speaking. Shrinking more than expanding. Not because I didn't love where I came from, but because I wasn't sure how it would be received. You learn quickly when you're different how to take up less space. But then I met them. Colette and Rumi, they didn't just accept me, they celebrated me. Loudly. Before I even knew how to do that for myself. They would say my name like it meant something powerful. They would ask about my culture like it was something to learn from, not something to overlook. And little by little, I stopped dimming. Nilianza kujiona. I started to see myself. Now, I don't separate who I was from who I am. I don't water it down. I don't translate it to make it easier for people to digest. We became more than a group, we became a kind of living blend. Different backgrounds, different sounds, different stories. But together. Moja. One. A sisterhood that doesn't erase differences, it builds from them. Like a melting pot, but intentional. Respectful. Powerful. So what fans don't know is, I wasn't always this proud out loud. But now. Sayagopi tena. I'm not afraid anymore. And that changed everything. If you made it all the way to the end, asanti sana. Thank you, truly. It means more than you think, to be seen, to be heard, to have you sit in this space with me, with us. If something I said stayed with you, if you felt even a piece of where I come from, where we are going, then you're already part of it. But if you're ready to go deeper, to really be part of this journey, join the Unity Nexus. Subscribe and grow with us. Karibu. You're welcome here. Also go and listen to our new track Can't Give Up from our Ascension album Volume 1 of the Synth Nova soundtrack.